Hello. Let's see if I'm live already. Jason Gunn. Am I live yet? Can I see myself? All right, I can see myself. Okay. Yeah, there you go. All right. Welcome back to Ask Jason Anything About Meta Ads. So this is me going live every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Malaysia time to answer questions about meta advertising. So if this is the first time you see me, my name is Jason. I am from Malaysia. I'm a meta ads optimization strategist. So what I mainly do is I work with brands to either build a strategy that optimizes your meta ads budget to make sure that it gets the most out of every dollar you spend on meta advertising to help you move your business. Or if you want to take it to the next level, I work with brands to design optimization strategies, as in like we work together on a weekly basis to find out what's working and what's not working, and what are the possibilities we have to take it to the next level. So if you run ads on Meta, on Facebook and Instagram, and you need help, okay, and you kind of like find it, you do not know what to do next, or you have been trying a lot of things on your own, can't seem to find very good success, you need another eye. I'm not saying that I'm better than you. No, a lot of my clients that I work with, they are big spenders that spend tens of thousands every month. Some are really big spenders that spend millions every year. To be frank, I learn a lot from overseeing their meta ads campaign. But the thing here is sometimes when you're doing this, you are probably just too much into it and you kind of like miss a lot of blind spots on your own when you're trying to optimize and figure out what are the things that you can do to take it to the next level. A lot of times another person who are totally out of the industry and come in and you know I personally have worked with a lot of clients in this format because I don't manage campaign anymore. So what I do is I work with my client on a weekly basis. Every week we meet at least for 30 minutes. And it's either an agency that we will go through several accounts, or it's a brand owner that we will go through their campaigns and all that. We dive into the numbers. And through all these discussions and brainstorming, we explore different things. And, one step at a time, we take the campaign to the next level. So, yeah, if you need just another pair of eye to look at the thing, because my way of working together with my client is I want to make sure that the knowledge transfer is happening every session, and I do not have the interest to keep you for long. So what I want to do here is just to help you fix your problem, whatever challenges that you are facing, and to make sure that you learn how we do it along the way. And through all these discussions and brainstorming, yeah, I just want to help to empower advertisers out there. So a lot of my clients find it different as compared to their agencies because I'm not an agency. I used to run an agency, yes, for 10 years, but now it's really a different format. And I find it a lot more fulfilling and satisfying for myself and the client as well. So if that's something that you're looking for, it's a different way. Let's have a quick chit chat and see whether we are a good fit to work together. Okay, now let me bring this up. So this is Ask Jason about meta ads. It has been 200 over weeks. I've been doing this for 5 years now. Every week and on Saturday night at 10 p.m. Malaysia time, I go live for 30 minutes, mainly answering questions that I receive from my YouTube channel. So if you have any questions regarding meta advertising, what I recommend you to do is please head over to my YouTube channel. Try to search for an answer because I've posted over 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel. Chances are I've covered something similar to whatever challenge that you are facing. If you can find an answer, great. Move on and do whatever that you need to do next. If you cannot find an answer, all you need to do is just post your question as a comment on any of my YouTube videos. What I'm going to do on the following Sunday, I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to answer a question over here live. If you can join me live, great. If you can't, then you can always watch the replay to listen to my reply. That's how it works. All right. So yeah, now just in case you need a more personalized help, I offer a one-on-one meta ad support. So this is what we call the Jason on Demand. So this is the very lightweight meta advertising support whereby you and I are connected through emails. So whenever you have any questions regarding the feature or the meta advertising, whatever challenges that you are facing, or if you want me to dive into your campaign structure to look at whatever that you have set up, whether it's done optimized, And if there's anything that we can fix, or you want me to dive into your campaign, analyze the campaign for you, build an optimization plan for you. That's all we do in this program, Jason On Demand. Okay, so this is a subscription. Every month you get 3 credits to ask 3 questions maximum. All you need to do is just send me a question via email. You can do a voice note, you can do a long video, I don't care. What I'm going to do is after listening, or I will reply to your question in a video. So you'll receive a video from me. If I need to walk you through a certain feature, I will. If I need to dive into your campaign and analyze for you, I will. So that's what we do. It's a very lightweight, and you don't even need to come to a Zoom call with me. It's kind of like just you and I. It's like I becoming your meta advertising wingman. Yeah. So that's what you're looking for. Then scan this QR code and sign up, and we can work together right away. And there is no minimum subscription or whatever. You can just come in for a month, fix your problem, and you can leave anytime you want. So it's very lightweight and simple. But just in case you want something that is more personalized, I do offer one-on-one meta advertising coaching, whereby this is more like an ongoing thing, but there is no minimum subscription. It's just, if you just come in for 1 month, fine, just go ahead. But what we do here is on a weekly basis, I would actually access to your ad account, and then you can email me for whenever questions and all that. But what we do is we meet on a weekly basis, and then we try to analyze and figure out what's going on in your campaign and see if there's anything that we can derive and a hypothesis and optimize it. We move one thing at a time, and over time, with the hope of hopefully take your campaign to the next level in a more strategic and organized way, instead of just coming in. A lot of people make a decision based on gut feeling. That's what we not do. And all the decisions we make are based on numbers. So it's metric-driven method. So yeah, so with the whole idea of helping you to learn to do this on your own in the future. So yeah, scan this QR code. Let's explore if we are a good fit to work together. All right, now let me go through the first question. Where's my cursor? There we go. So there is a XOR score. Yeah, so you got me going back to this video and watch it again to see whether I did a good job answering your questions like this. So your question is, how do you register for CPaaS for Lazada? Now in this video, I did watch through the entire video to make sure that I was talking senses. Yeah, I think I laid out the plan on how do you get a CPaaS access. Now, basically, CPaaS is actually a catalog that is created for e-commerce marketplace sellers like Lazada, Shopee, Amazon, Tokopedia. If you sell on all these platforms, if you do not have CPaaS, it's almost impossible. No, it's impossible for you to do retargeting, which means you won't be able to follow those people who visited your store, look at your product, but yet to purchase. But with CPaaS, you're allowed to do that. So it's actually a collaboration between business portfolio, whereby Lazada or Shopee are going to create a product catalog based on all the products that you have in your Shopee or Lazada store, and it's going to connect it to your ad account on your business portfolio. So once you have that feature, you'll be able to run ads to retarget. Of course, you can run the top of funnel, which is the broad targeting and all that, and retargeting as well to follow those people who visited your store and yet to purchase. Now, the beauty of this is everything is kind of synchronized. You'll be able to quite effectively track how many sales did come from your campaign and etc. So it's really the best way to run meta advertising for your Shopee and Lazada store. However, to get access to CPaaS is not as straightforward. Okay. Now, let me just break it down straightforward and simple for you. There is no way that you yourself apply for that. You need to reach out to Lazada or Shopee to get their help to walk you through the setup, because there is no way that you can, like I say, there is no way that you can request this automatically. You need to get their help. So there must be some CPaaS manager or account manager. If you have them, fine. Otherwise, just talk your way through and get somebody to talk with it. Because recent experience of my client working with, they open a new Shopee and Lazada store in Malaysia. They get their Shopee pretty fast, okay? But Lazada took months. So that's the challenge, because Lazada seems to be a lot slower when it comes to this CPaaS implementation. But yet again, you got to find a person, because another client of mine, when they try to request in Lazada, the first person, you can't really just talk to the, what do we call, the customer support and hope that, they will understand what it is. A lot of times, like my client, the person that he spoke to, don't even have any idea about CPaaS. So that got, stuck for a while until we really until we found a person, the right person, after they escalate the case and all that. Then only we were able to apply for that thing. But yet again, Lazada took a little bit longer than Shopee. So yeah, long story short, you got a request. That's it. That is the only way, because all this has to be set up manually. They need to create an account. They need to create a business portfolio. Not business portfolio. They need to create a catalog based on your product. All these are manual work. So they have to do it with you. So just reach out to them, and hopefully all the best to get your CPaaS access. And I hope I answer your question. I hope you can understand what I just talked about, hopefully, and all the best in getting your CPaaS access from Lazada. Okay, this I have no solution for you. I won't be able to help you because I don't work with any Lazada or Shopee people. Well, all the best. But whenever you are ready, if you need help in terms of meta advertising, setting up the effective strategy for your campaign and all that, do head over to my YouTube channel. I've got some free training that I talk about CPaaS and all that. Just dive in. That would give you a better idea about how do you form a strategy, how do you, execute for your top of funnel retargeting, messaging, and stuff like that. So that hopefully can give you a better idea about CPaaS and meta advertising. Just go to my YouTube channel, search for CPaaS meta ads, CPaaS Facebook ads, CPaaS whatever. You should be able to get quite a number of videos of me talking about strategies and stuff like that. So yeah, all the best. Okay, now next is a question coming from Smiles. So this question is about how do you know for sure if your problem is with the audience targeting or creative problem? Very good question. So usually this is really the first two things that we look into, but what are the metrics or what are the methods? How do we know for sure? Now, let me give you a few metrics to look into. Now, first thing first. First metric that we will look at is the CTR, click-through rate. Now, there are two sets of click-through rate. First set of click-through rate is CTR all, ALL, all as in everything. So CTR all stands for the percentage of people who click on anything on your ad, including the call to action button, the profile. If it's a video, then it's a video. If you like button, that's considered as well. So the benchmark for this is 2%. Now, the other CTR that we will track is the CTR link click. That is really the percentage of people who click on your call to action button. So the CTR link click is 1%. So a few scenarios. If you have CTR all, like 1% and CTR link click through 0.4%, then I can safely say that your creative is not optimized. Try different creative, try different messaging to see whether you are able to connect with the audience in a more effective way. Hopefully they are able to, we will get better CTR. Because the CTR all benchmark is 2%, CTR link click benchmark is 1%, but it's not carved on the stone. There are different way of interpreting it. The easiest way is if you look at it like 1% versus 0.4%, that's bad. But we have seen some cases where you have a 3% CTR all, and the CTR link click is 0.4%, which is possible. Now, that is also another scenario where your ad is attracting people's attention, but it got the wrong audience. Meaning they see the ad, they like it, they click on it and all that, but when they read the description, they realize that, oh, that's not what I want. So they don't click on it. So that's another situation where your ad is probably bringing you the wrong audience. It's not a good thing because a lot of people like to use these kind of clickbaity ads and all that, but at the end of the day, when you're not getting the right people into your funnel, I have this saying called rubbish in, rubbish out. Basically, if you keep bringing the wrong people in, Meta will learn towards the wrong direction and everything's going to be bad for you. So that's also another situation where, the creative is not really helping. So yeah, but yet again, if you are having a CTR link all, let's say 1.5% and CTR link click is, maybe 0.7 or 8%, that means, and you are getting pretty good result out of it, then it's a good thing. But yet again, it's something that you can test, like maybe test different direction, play different idea and stuff like that. So that's the creative side. Now, usually the audience is happening. The problem, how do we identify the problem with the audience is usually in the CPM. So basically, the rule of thumb of us doing any campaign right now is actually to go broad, because broad allows the Meta algorithm to really help, learn better by gathering more information, doing different tests and all that without being confined. But yet again, we do understand certain businesses has got their own restriction. Like for example, if you're selling baby products, usually parents works better, And like those are the things that we have in the place. But if you are targeting a niche audience, usually the CPM is higher. Now, CPM is something that you have no control over. It's just given by Meta, because it's really a demand and supply market. When there are more people bidding for the same audience, the CPM is going to be high. And when there are lesser people, when you're going broader, usually the CPM can be lower. But CPM is also affected by what do we call objective that you select as well. So going for the right objective would help you also define the better audience. Because let's say, for example, if you're trying to get people to buy on your website, sales objective definitely works better than traffic. Although traffic is going to get you a lot more clicks at the lower rate, way cheaper, but usually they are not of quality, and you don't want to bring in the wrong audience as well. So those are the things that you want to look into when it comes to optimizing and understanding what's really wrong with your campaign. But like I say, there are a lot of things. There are other metrics that we look into. So first, if you want to understand better, I've got a free training on my YouTube channel that talks about Meta Ads Analytics. Just go to my YouTube channel and search for Meta Ads or Facebook Ads Analytics. I've got a few training that talk about that. Go through that. But if you need help, just in case you want us to come in and dive into your campaign, well, I would recommend my one-on-one Meta Ads support. So this is where you can just give me remote access to your ad account, and I would do a video walking through your campaign and to give you recommendation about things that you can do, hopefully to take it to the next level in the video. All right. So yeah, you don't even need to come on a Zoom call with me if you're not comfortable, because not everybody are. But yeah, that allows me and you to work together, one-on-one in the most lightweight format that I have in my offer. So this is for one-on-one. But if you want to really work with me on Zoom, just say, Jason, can we have a Zoom call, and let's take a look at this thing and give me whatever that you think about my campaign and do that. So yeah, go to my YouTube channel, look for the links in the description. There is a link where you can actually book for a one-on-one Meta Ads audit. Do that, and yeah, let's work together. Then we can build a plan to take it to the next level. All right. So all the best, and whenever you're ready, scan the QR code or go to anywhere, the link, whatever that you can find. I look forward to work with you. All right. Now the next question I have here is coming from Lee Min. Now, the question is, do the reaction comments from the ad post still exist in the page post, or it's completely a new post? Now, this is a video about how do you publish a Facebook ad to your page. So there is a way. I won't go through that again. You can find this video on my YouTube channel. Hopefully you have the feature, because that feature is not available to everyone. But I'm hoping that it's kind of being reinstated to every business portfolio right now. So there is a way where you can actually find your, your Facebook ad or Meta Ads that you have posted as an ad, but you want to bring it to your page because you want to carry the likes and comments and whatever that you have gathered when you're running ads. So the answer to you, Lin Min, yes, it carries. It should carry if you are publishing the right one. Okay, so basically, yeah, so follow the steps. It will carry the likes and comments and all that, because that's the whole idea. Otherwise, why would we want to post it to the page? But there is another way around to work on this. If you want to really gather all the likes and comments, that you kind of gather while you are running ads on Facebook and Instagram on your page or your Instagram, you can actually create a post first on Facebook or Instagram, and then after that, use it to run that. So that will allow you to kind of carry all the things, all the likes and comments in the post itself. But then again, yeah, it's in my opinion, well, back then, people would say this is what we call the social proving, right? But then again, I don't think it's that important right now, because people are no longer that kind of innocent. I wouldn't say dumb, but people were innocent when they like a lot. Oh, I see a lot of likes and comments and all that. But people nowadays will look at it like, oh, your like was received 54 weeks ago. Oh, this comment was about they know things like this. So it may not be as effective, but nonetheless, I understand this could be meaningful to some businesses. Yes, then do this, and all the best. Okay, right now. Yeah, those are the questions that I received from my YouTube channel for now. But then again, I want to go through these questions that I discussed with my Jason on Demand member last week. We were talking about what would be the best Meta Ads campaign structure for low budget. When I say low budget, in fact, people were constantly, I get this question, what is the lowest that I should start? In fact, you can start it as low as $5. Yeah, for sure. But then again, some Meta Ads accounts that we are using, some clients, even myself, the Meta is increasing the minimum budget. Back then, the minimum budget for every ad set was $1. or in Malaysia ringgit, it's about 4.5. Just convert it into your own currency. Usually it's $1. But nowadays, a lot of my clients, including myself, we are having way higher, lower budget right now. Now, if you're going for sales and leads campaign, the minimum budget for any ad set is 25 ringgit or $5 right now. So yeah, in that case, that effectively makes us, it's kind of like a different direction already. So for this kind of situation, we need to have slightly higher budget. But in my opinion, you can still safely start with maybe a $10 budget. But if you want to follow my campaign, let's say my structure, whereby we usually spend 80% at the top of funnel, 20% at the retargeting, then you probably want to spend about like what? If it's $5, you probably want to spend $25 to make it optimized. Meaning you will spend $20 at the top of funnel, $5 at the retargeting. That will allow you to have a very healthy inflow of audience coming in, and the retargeting will still work on kind of converting for you. The reason why we want to have a top of funnel and retargeting is because top of funnel is usually the ads that we use to kind of attract people into our funnel, whereby it will be more introductive, it will be more information about what we do. It's kind of like a first impression kind of advertisement. But what we want is we want to just bring people into our funnel, because usually the top of funnel ads may not convert as good as the retargeting, especially if you're in e-commerce. Remember, most people won't buy at the first encounter. But if you do right, you will still get some conversion from there. But most of the time, the better conversion will come from the retargeting. That's why retargeting plays a significant role. But we don't want to spend too much on retargeting, because the frequency will become too high. And then eventually, you will be overspending, you'll be wasting budget and stuff like that. But then again, now that we have this minimum budget change, we may need to spend a little bit more. But there are clients who came to me and said that, Jason, I don't want to spend $25 a day. It's a burden to me at the moment. Can I spend lower? Now, based on whatever experiment that we have, it is possible to go with a $6 thingy. $6 thingy, which is about like 25 ringgit in a way. So 35 ringgit in a way. So yeah, about $15 kind of thing. So what we do is we spend $5, which is 25 ringgit for the top of funnel. That will allow us to bring people in and all that. But we don't want to spend too much on retargeting. So what we do is, instead of using sales objective for retargeting, we switch it over to traffic objective. Now, you may be arguing, Jason, you just talk about using traffic will bring you the wrong audience, because rubbish in, rubbish out. These are not the right people. But then again, remember, retargeting people who have interacted with your top of funnel ad. So essentially, people that you're targeting at the retargeting level are those who have clicked on your top of funnel ad. So it's filtered. You don't really need to worry about the quality over there. It's always the best quality people. But then again, we are able to spend lower budget, which is about $2 over there. So wait, $7. Yeah, correct. So yeah, that allows you to run ads at maybe a $7 budget. $5 go on the top of funnel and $2 on the retargeting. So that will allow you to have a structure that is optimized for, like, it's an evergreen. Top of funnel will always bring in the new people, and the retargeting will always help you convert the people at a more optimum way, increasing the frequency, and then keep showing up as and when they are ready, and hopefully we do a better conversion from there. But then again, yeah, that's the structure that we use. But you have to always implement and start running the ad and start gathering data. Then only we are able to see how we can optimize it one step at a time. So I wouldn't say that this is the really kind of like magic formula that will apply to any businesses. But then again, when you apply, definitely the number will start coming in. Then we start analyzing. So if you want to have a most lightweight, cost-effective way to work together, you and I, for one-on-one, I would recommend my one-on-one med ad support. It's called Jason On Demand. So with this, run ads, and when you're ready, you can request my remote ad review, whereby you will give me access to your ad account, and I will dive into it remotely, and I will analyze, and I will make a video to walk you through, to teach you how to analyze the campaign, to help and to build a plan. I will tell you that, though, this is not optimized. Let's do something differently. Let's test something differently, so that you will know what to do instead of making decision based on gut feeling. And this is me working with you, not somebody else. So yeah, it's really lightweight and it's really cost effective. And all you need to do is scan this QR code and you can subscribe, and right away we can start working together. And there is no contract. You can cancel anytime, because the idea here is I just want to help you when you need. And whenever you're ready. All right. So if that's what you're looking for, scan this QR code, and I look forward to working with you. Okay. Now with that, that wraps our weekly AMA. Thank you so much for joining me, or even to watch the replay. I hope I do help you in some way. Remember, whenever you need help in any way that you believe that you want to work with me, go to my YouTube channel. There are links. There are ways that you can enter. Work together. Just reach out and we'll see what we can do. All right. Thank you so much and all the best. I'll see you next week. Good night. Bye.